home as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Redskins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5.
Already. So cool.
I'm here all day.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 25 on second down, Haskins. They'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 30. Yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Mike 29. Come on, baby.
On first down, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
and it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go now. Let's run it. Let's run it. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Yeah. 56 at the mic. Hey, defense, let's go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He finds his man. It's Austin.
Kidding me?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Anyway, double up. He's coming, double up. Go. Motion. Reset. Run it.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Check.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Geis. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 77 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now Haskins on 1st down. He gets it to Sims, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And this is Cook with a grab. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Motion. Hey, check motion, man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
You ain't going nowhere.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shelton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 40.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. 56. Mike, 56, right there.
From the 38, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check 15, check.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped.
God,
And
bro.
there's no chance
Come
of
on,
turning
give
the
me
corner. He
some
can
luck,
only
man.
get back to the line of scrimmage.
I haven't had
2nd and
any
10 coming up.
in so long.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 2nd down, Bridgewater throwing the out route and complete. That's Shelton, and he'll go down at the 28.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Switch.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his his running
What
back.
the
It's
fuck
complete.
was that, bro?
And he gets
Think
this
you
down
had to
the
get hurt. He
18,
fucking
good
got
enough for a
smashed like
first
that.
down.
It's crazy out here, man.
Right, 56. Right. Monk's 56. Oh. Quick. Mike 56. Mike 56. Check 13. Check 13.
On first down, here's Love. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
56 to Mike, boy. 50. Let's go, D. 56 to Mike.
On second and 11 now. Bridgewater. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On first and 10, it's Haskins.
Really?
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Third and 2. Now Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Austin. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion in Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start... And
he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
He's back after
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second and 7 at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
I can't believe they let you play.
They run it again with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Let's get it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Thank
And
you.
that is incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
That's me. Plus, 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Better bring it. No take. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check. Trot. 29 is Mike. Mike has it. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Check.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's checking. Crash. 29 is the mark.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight. It falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. That'll be complete to Cook. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Second down, Haskins. Over the middle, complete. That's Hines. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. In heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got Smith here.
Wow. That's so dumb. Wants to call that now.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Switch. Slam.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Kamara.
Thank you. About time to get
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Check 56. Let's go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go. Mike 56.
To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got it. Mike's 56.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
Thank
and
you.
it'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
I think you have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check 99.
Haskins on 3rd down. Complete. Richardson has it. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Able to find his running back, guys.
Are you kidding me, Madden?
Won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Does that type of catch instead of catching them. Great.
The Redskins send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
Thank you. No fucking time,
intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, this is Geis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's Kamara off the draw. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Now Bridgewater. And
thank you, baby.
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. It's Austin. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 33. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Right there, 56. What we got? What we got? What we got? 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. 56.
Back to throw. Complete. Smith has it. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Get it, baby. Boom.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Single, 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 single. I got motion man. Me. I got this. That's it. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas finding the end zone on the game's final play. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point.